This is the Koori Knockout podcast where we talk all things knockout, all the yarns from the past, everything happening right now. And we've got big Noyz joining us on the show today. Thanks for coming, brother. Me and Dino here holding it down too. Trying to get Matt to sit on the couch. He won't jump down here with us, so we'll hold down the fort, brother. Thanks for flying in and joining us on the show today.
Good, my bro. Even for the brothers.
How you been?
Yeah, good, bro. Kicking back up there in Queensland.
You're very kicked back right now. I couldn't get you to shut up so we could kick the show off.
I was going to say, he went all quiet and relaxed. He was just pumped up there a minute. But, boys, knockout fever starting to really hit home, isn't it? Everyone's talking about it. Everyone's excited about it.
Everyone's turning on each other.
It's getting to that time now where everyone's just buzzing up about it and the buzz will keep growing. And obviously this podcast doing a lot of great things out there to keep the excitement going. So looking forward to having Big Noy on here today. It's going to be a good yarn with you, bros.
Well, you know what I'll talk about too before we kick into it with Big Noy is we've just had the Delegates meeting held up in Newcastle. Thank you to the staff and people up there at Yamalong for accommodating everyone. We had over 50 people there, over 25 teams represented, and some really good conversations going on up there. It was very productive. I absolutely love a knockout Delegates meeting. It wasn't as good as the one that we had there a few years back. That was one of the most entertaining Delegates meetings I've ever been to, but this one was really good. I think there was a lot of great input from teams, a great chance for teams to have their say and help build the knockout to keep being the great product that it is.
Yeah, the good old knockout meeting back at Yamalong back in the day. There was arguments going left and right and accusations getting thrown. And
title meeting.
Old uncle jumped up at the back and argued with everyone. When are we picking the delegates? When are we picking? And just everyone was mystified by what delegates? What delegates? We're not here to pick no delegates. Poor fella, he drove 6 hours. He was disappointed. He thought we were going to vote. But the old nothing like the drama.
But it's the best, eh? And like everyone, it comes this close to going toe to toe. Meeting's over, everyone sits down, has a curry and Johnny Cakes after it and sits around and has a good laugh and looks after each other. Everyone's happy after it. So it's a good chance to get it off your chest. And that's why all teams need to be turning up to the Delegates meeting. You want to have your say, you want to be heard. That's your chance. So
talk in person. Don't talk on Facebook.
Absolutely.
Don't go on Facebook and talk. Come and have the yarn man to man, face to face.
And I think that's what most people are willing to do. You know, most of the right people are willing to do. So, be a part of it, have your say, and stay off Facebook, unless you're watching the Koori Knockout podcast. Now, back to you, Noy. Back to Noy. Tell us a little bit about your history, brah.
Knockout
history. Actually, I want to know about your playing history to start off with, eh?
No, I wasn't a good player. I wasn't that good player. I just tell Willie G, if you get around with someone, tell them that I'm your little +1, you know?
We had Willie G on here recently too.
I played a couple of knockouts with mostly with Waterloo and Redfern. I played a couple with Redfern, mostly with Waterloo and Toomala. As soon as I got married up to a dude from Toomala, then I played with Toomala. You know them rules? The knockout rules?
That's fun.
Yeah. What was some of your early memories of the knockout, bro, as a kid? Because you grew up in Redfern, didn't you? You were around Waterloo area.
Yeah, I remember when the knockout used to be at Redfern, it was just packed. It was like a festival, man. Like the whole block was just packed. Everyone used to just come in from everywhere. It was mad. But yeah, and then when Uncle Shane was talking about going out Walgett there, I was out there. Me and Woody G went out the back out there in a little ute, back of a ute with one of the aunties. And we heard gunshots and that. And then we went down the river. I was like, bro, I just triggered my memory when he was telling the yarn, you know. I was like, hey, what? I was actually there at that time. And then I remember the cats, eh? The sound of the cats out there. But yeah, no, I love knockouts. Love being a part of it. Yeah, it's just a mad time of the year, eh?
Who's your earliest players you remember, or the teams that stood out for you as a young kid? Who did you look up to?
Because I used to go for Bulldogs, see? And it was freaky because I went for Bulldogs, and then Willie G used to go and take me to watch Ewan McGrady. And then end up with a Dubé from out Toomala. So it was all meant to be, bruh.
Man, you're coming together. How good was Panda, eh?
Oh, yeah, love going watching him.
The whole family, the whole lot of the McGrady's.
Because I lived out Cabarita, out Fosterton Curry. Big Dennis Bungie, remember Big Dennis Bungie?
Yes, we talked about him recently on here too.
Yeah, and I was out there. Used to always remember them because my old man played with South Taree too. So used to go and watch them. They used to always go good, eh, South Taree. But
yeah, solid team.
It was mostly just Redfern and mostly just Redfern, Toomala, Moree, Rudd Moree, because they're just rough, you know.
Madness.
Yeah.
Old South Taree's back in this year too. Big shout out there to Matty Mitchell,
Yeah,
getting the
that's
boys
smart,
going
eh?
again.
Yeah.
And they're always a force when they were in it, and they're always a tough team to play. So I look forward to seeing them back.
That'll be heaps
The
good.
knockout this year.
Men's team, women's team, so they'll be well and truly in it. They
Well, Trell's going back.
No. Well, he announced it.
Yeah.
He announced, but then he's been injured since then too.
Yeah,
so,
sure happens.
but they'll have Big Shaq.
It all goes undercover now, bro, with all these players.
Got to watch how you talk around
You got to
now.
watch what you say. You can't give too much away. Unless
We
you're
don't see
talking on
brothers.
the
I don't
podcast.
see like
here.
a Redfern jumper and a Wild jumper. You know, you don't really see. Any other time of the year, you don't really see that.
Who are you with this year?
No, I'm doing the 17s, First Nation Warriors, under 17s. All the boys that we been taken away overseas, playing international carnival and that. A lot of boys from Queensland and that. Just giving them an opportunity to come down and play in it. Because I'd done it back in the day. I'd done a dream team. And we used to get boys from everywhere and come together and play. We won the Tweedheads knockout under 15s. So, just bringing that concept back and bringing young fellas from all over Australia to come down here and actually see what this is about. Spectacle of the knockout, man. The toughest, roughest, fastest footy in the world.
I like that.
Well, what are you hearing? What do you know? Fill us in on some teams.
I'm not really. I haven't really heard too much, man. Just trying to stack my little Perga side up there in Brisbane. But I heard that there's a couple of good teams.
You going to tell us who they are? Or
I don't really know.
You're not coming on
Probably
this?
War and Walgett and same teams, you know.
I mean, Ronnie Griffiths coaching the Yowies, and he's got a strong side there,
heard
local
that.
boys. Talked to Adam Elliott the other day, and he going with Bradman Best to Tinga.
Don't worry
If it
about
doesn't work out,
big muns flying under the radar.
Hey?
Watch out for big muns.
yeah, heard the rangs. The rangs.
Yeah,
are
watch out there,
looking good.
boys.
Yowies are looking strong, and they've obviously got a bit of ground to make up. You know, they haven't been on the Monday for a few years now, so they'll be looking to rebuild it. Ronald's got that
the boys'
intention.
skin. They'll be going under the boys' skin too. Even though they're like, it's deadly for everyone. At the same time, the boys are all competitors, you know. Real competitors, so they'll be like trying for Yowies to get back up there and have a crack.
They're saying no Kempsey side, so the Kempsey players are probably going to disperse and play for other teams. So
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, I know there's two Cabo sides in, you know, but you've got Bunjalung in up there too. Tweed Connections.
So they'll go to a lot of those
They
teams.
were unbelievable last year, so they're only going to get better. I'm actually quite excited about Tweed Connections. They knocked off the Yowies last year. The Yowies were red hot. The Yowies knocked off the
Yeah, my
Reds.
little nephew there played halfback for Shannon Fuller.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he's gone. He played with Perga too, you know, but he played halfback for Tweed there.
Do a few of them Perga boys go and play around there? Because I know that they had a red hot team. There was some of the fastest players I've ever seen on the field.
Well, a couple of boys go there, but it's mostly just whoever gets the boys, you know, up there. They just come up and watch them. And
Jareen Buller was with them, eh?
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to be back.
With Tweed.
Because I know he finished the season injured.
Theo Hipway,
Yeah.
he's a little gunner.
Yeah, Lance gets a few good players in that
Lance,
side there, and he's
yeah.
trying to. He's working hard to build it up. So it'll be interesting. There's going to be some teams. There's some teams starting to poke their
there's some
heads
big
up
teams.
as good sides, and it's-
You got to also remember, you know, Blacktown. Blacktown had a huge performance last year. Lapa was in. Lapa's been in amongst it now
Lapa's
for a
always
good couple of
there,
years.
Yes.
They're a team that I think a lot of people don't want to draw and don't want to come up against because they're always fit and strong.
Burke continue to rise. And
Burke, I'm looking forward to see how Burke go this year
Yeah,
too.
they'll-
But
they'll-
I
I know
heard someone's been stealing players off Burke. I don't know who. No,
Why? What happened
no,
there?
just talking to one of the old aunts, one of the old brothers right there.
Yeah, and what happened?
Yeah, no, just saying, cut him.
he's not giving much away here, is he?
Bro, he was that rowdy when he
That's
sat
just what I heard,
down.
bro.
You, like, it's- we got to turn that mic up because you went from killing it to suddenly he's like, oh yeah, you know, no, I don't know too much about that there.
No, I just worried about my 17s.
No, but I am. Burke's another team I'm excited for because I know that they put in a lot of work and they've been building year after year, and I know that they're going to get the right draw very soon, and they'll be very hard to beat because they all turn up fit.
The Wellington Wedgetails are going to be strong too, and they're sending a team to New Zealand.
Yeah,
So they're
I
taking
saw
their
that,
team
yeah.
to New Zealand after the knockout for a cultural experience. They're doing some health stuff there. AMS, I think, is exchanging with the medical centre over
Bit
there.
of a sister city type thing, isn't it,
Nathan
with
Towney,
Wellington?
Nathan Towney taking the boys over there.
NAB. That'd be right, bro.
They're always strong.
Yeah, it was all
Nab
bro-
strong,
yeah,
Nanama's
brothers play
another
together.
strong. Whenever the knockouts held out west, those western teams do well, don't they? There's
Yeah.
always one of them that comes through, and
Well, another one that's been creeping up, Castlereagh All Blacks.
yes.
Castlereagh All Blacks have been building and building year after year. They've made the semis, and again they got young Sambo there putting in the hard yards, building them to be where they're at. But I suppose one that we haven't talked about is Tumala. Tell us about your in-laws.
The boys should be right. Good thing about Tura, all the brothers from out there play together, They just lost the grand final in the weekend there too. I went up and watched it. Wagabilla Warriors, but a couple of boys from that side will be playing in
Who'd they play against?
Texas.
True.
Yeah, they got rorted, bro. But yeah, I went up and watched that. But them boys been playing together all year. So and then they'll add all the boys that play cup
And around Toowoomba and that
yeah,
too.
you know what I mean. So
yeah.
they'll add all them boys to it. But yeah, they're looking all right. Rick played too.
Yeah?
Yeah, on the weekend, and when I went up to the grand finals, it was good. But yeah, all the young nephews there, Rick's nephews, and young Michael Dennison, and some of them boys looking real good. Bacho plays front row for them there. Liam, close. They're all looking good. The boys looking fit. So yeah, the boys will be right.
So tell us a little bit about Perga then, eh? Talk to us about the QMC. We haven't had much of a yarn about the QMC, have we?
I want to know, because obviously the knockout was around a long time before the QMC started. Do you reckon a lot of the Queenslanders saw, because we had a few Queenslanders coming down and playing in the knockout, thought, what have we got in Queensland to get the whole state going? And the QMC sort of grew out of it. And you've been there from the start.
Yeah.
How do you feel it's matching up, and how's it progressing?
Yeah, it's getting better, but it's still not the knockout, Brother Buddy Spearham started one up there at the start before QMC started, and it was like a knockout for, it was a proper knockout, for all the sides up there. Because you can feel the different kind of intensity when it's a knockout. Up there, it's still rounds, so it's still not. And then some of the boys will come down here and they don't know what to expect.
Yeah, it's kill or be killed straight
Yeah,
from the
you know what
start.
I mean?
eh?
We're up there. You can. So 24 teams, and then one will play 16. So everyone gets 4 games or whatever,
Yeah.
And then one will play 16, and 2 will play
right.
that. And you can.
There's
you
a
can
big
get couple of
advantage to
cracks.
the top sides, isn't it? Because you can still
yeah.
rest players even in the quarter
Yeah, you
final.
don't have to play
the
'em.
1 versus 16, it's not
Yeah,
a
do you know
challenge
what I
for
mean?
the
And then
side.
you can just come home strong. Yeah, because especially if you're playing not a good side in the second game, you could probably lose if you won the first game 50-0 and still make it to the top 16.
And there's a reason why I remember when they had the initial discussions was because the Torres Strait teams have to pay so much money to get to Brisbane, right? It's you're talking 100,000 plus to get down there. So they were saying, well, it's difficult to get them all the way down, and if they
For one
lose
game.
first game, they're
Yeah,
gone.
But
It's
everyone,
all-
prize
look
money
at all
doesn't
the,
make it
look at all
worth
the
it, does it?
communities, like them little communities like Tumala, Moree, and all that, they fundraise all year and then get down, and if they lose first game, it's still just part of the knockout. And what it is, that you just roll with your 17s or you roll with your women's side.
I think they should bite the bullet up there and go to
Yeah.
knockout style. It's more exciting football. I've been to the Murray
100%.
Carnival on the first day
I've
or
been trying
two.
to get Matty up there to just for us to start a knockout up there, eh, Matty?
Trying to throw him in.
Yeah,
He won't drop
it'd
you
be
back
mad
home
to play. It'd be mad to play knockout up there, just to give them boys that feeling, bro. Because they get down here and it's just a shock.
Yeah.
The little 6-packs and cup train go out the window when they get a smack in the mouth of Scotty Briggs. That's the end of it.
Because that intensity and that fire is down here. Because you've got to bring it down here in this knockout. That's the I suppose the lovely thing about knockout football is from that whistle goes and you've got to be ripping in from the start, and that passion and it's
unmatched.
It's not even from the
unmatched.
whistle. Like when you walk in the gate, you can feel the tension straight away. Like old aunts going off, everyone's ready. Just like it's on here.
Who do you feel the tension from the most?
Probably Moree, Tumala, like all them little country towns where they
Wild West, eh? The Wild
they bring
West.
they bring mad fan base with them, do or die, ride or die stuff. And it's so good for a lot of communities, because a lot of communities in that fight amongst each other all year. And then they get down and knockout and everyone's just going for that one side and everyone comes together,
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's my biggest thing out of it, just seeing everyone come together. Well, yeah, people could be fighting and not talking, and then they get down there and they play. And then the whole communities behind them, the whole tribes behind them. If one side gets knocked out, then they'll go to the closest little nation next to them and go for them, you know?
Yeah.
And the next thing will just be all the country fellas going against the city side, or all the city
100%.
fellas going against the countryside. And the same as down Redfern and all that, you know? Like boys might talk and not talking that, but then...
Get behind each other.
Yeah, as soon as they lose, they just get behind your city side or you get behind...
Yeah.
But I'm with the remix, I'm with the country, city, all of them, you know?
Go from swearing about each other to...
Yeah, we're
cheering
back
from.
at each other.
I've done it plenty of times.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you
what
know.
happens. But obviously you know a lot about the Queensland footballers, right? Through Perga and the Murray Carnival. Who's some of the good Queensland players, and it's probably for us all to have a yarn about, George, is who's some of the great Queensland players that have come down and played in this knockout and really made their mark?
Little boy Oppie come down. Remember done drop goal against Hughes down in Cleveland.
You got to keep bringing that one up.
That still hurts
That
George
was our
today.
year. That was the first year that we ever looked like we were a chance, I reckon.
Idris, Jeffries. I played that year too.
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah, I played.
You played against us, so you knocked us out.
Yeah.
And then he played against us. You played against me too.
And then Hughes won. Yeah. But that's the year that I won the 15s too, because I took that first year, took that dream team. So.
What, you were playing 15?
No, I told him I'm off. Islander. I was coaching the 15s, man. But it was windy, down there.
Oh, it was.
Windy surf.
It was.
But yeah, I don't know. I was talking to Matty before about a couple of little yarns of the knockout.
Yeah.
That I wanted to kind of have a yarn about. There's some funny stuff.
Yeah. Fill me in.
So I was telling him,
Because you've been around the knockout for a long time, so you got some good yarns.
I won't say his name, but I bring my little cousin down to the knockout, and he never played knockout before. And he's about 6'8", big unit, you know. And we get down there and playing for Tumala, you know. And Pan and us putting the jumpers out, and then he just walks up and grabs number 10, you know. And I was like, bro, don't grab number 10. They'll throw you straight on, you know. And he's like, these Koori fellas, not scared of no Koori fellas, this and that, you know. I'll smash these going like that, you know. I was like, yeah, bro. And so he went on. So they Pan's like, you go on, you know. He goes on. And I said, come here, don't run at that number 13. Whatever you do, don't run at that number 13. Kickoff comes. I was there doing my shoelace up. I looked up. Balls, he got hit. His chin hit his knee, and the ball went up in the air like the ball went up in the air like an Andrew Walker bomb. That's how high the ball went up from the hit. Like, you know, you dump in the water and the ball. That's how it went. Buzz. The ball went up in the air, and then when it come back down, they had the ball, and then he reckons to one of the brothers, bruh, when does the bus leave for the knockout? And I was like, get him off. Yeah, and that number 13, the player was PJ Ellis.
Don't run straight.
I try to warn that.
PJ Ellis. If there's one rule, don't run straight at PJ Ellis.
Cousins never played knockout or footy ever again in his life.
What time does the bus leave?
Yeah, when's the bus leaving for the knockout, he reckons? Joe Phillips is next to him saying, get him off. And I was like, oh, this one.
Straight at PJ, you didn't want to listen to. Jeez, PJ, them traps and them shoulders, and then the technique.
We played Tinker first game, you know.
He could hit.
We ended up beating them, but yeah, I was trying to warn the lad, you know. I was like, bro, what are you doing?
What more can you say?
No, when he come up, he just said like that. And the boys that came around all the knockout then, the big tall lad, you know, the boys that came around all the knockout. Poor fella busted his knee. He didn't know what was wrong with him. Knee, chin, back, head.
That's the difference, eh? Like you said, come down here and knock out footy. It's a whole nother level.
And then with Waterloo, we bring down like all Queensland lads, a couple of cup boys and that. The year when we played Jews, and I was telling the boys, because I've been out the country and that, I was like, bro, what's that little bony son over there? Watch out for him, man. I was like, nah, look how little he is. We'll flick him around, chuck him around, you know. Next minute, the cuz scored 2 free tries. The boys will forever remember the name, Brenton Cochran.
Oh, what a player.
Great player.
What a player. But unassuming, eh? Unassuming.
Doesn't look much, but
and all these cup players and that, you know, and they're looking at him like, I said, boys, I'm telling you, watch out for this lad.
Leichhardt knockout? Because he was a standout at Leichhardt.
Yeah, that was him, same knockout.
Who were you playing against?
No,
I reckon if I had to back one country footballer to put up against absolutely anyone and be a solid chance of dishing them up, I'll be picking Brenton Cochran as...
Yeah, bro. He won knockouts for us up there for Perga. You know, yeah, man, what a weapon. What a player, eh?
So you've won a few. Tell us about Perga, because you've won a few up there, right?
Yeah, won about-
You're like the king of the QMC.
No, I don't know that.
Prince, maybe.
Nah. Nah, yeah. Because I always had the connection too with all the boys from down south and that, so we could always get the boys up there, you know. But the first one we won was with Buddy Spearman, that knockout there. Like we had mad halves too. Like we had Walks and Ray Mercy in the halves. They're mad halves, eh?
Yeah.
That was the first one we won, and then bringing the young brothers through. Last year we had good halves too, with Tricky and Benny.
Oh, yeah.
And then, so it was, I don't know, QMC is good, but it's not...
How many you reckon you won, though?
I think about 3 or 4.
3 or 4. Oh.
Yeah, it'll be 4 this year probably.
Oh, early prediction.
Yeah.
But then how did you go? So we talked about...
I've got something for this,
the
man. Go,
difference.
don't watch out what you say here, bro.
We talked about the difference there, right? And then, so you'd think, you know, QMC and Koori Knockout, the champs should be sort of at a similar sort of level, you know?
Yeah, no, it was...
And,
no, we didn't care losing against another Murray team, so it was good. You know, it wasn't... Because that was majority. That was majority Queensland players. With your backup, and I was like, oh, these guys are the world beaters now. They're with George and that. They're nothing when we play them up there. But it's a different level, man, different thing. And especially when you put memorial sides in, as you know, like you use a bit of energy at the start of games before it, you know, just going through it and the emotion. And that was the first time all the boys kind of got back together too. Like for the brother, so it was a real emotional. For the first 2 days, this real emotional, like emotionally draining, bro. Before we even got to the game, the biggest thing we won because all the brothers come together, and then that night we all come together too as brothers. And I remember talking to you after it, saying how much I love you and how much it means to us, and we pulled a couple of people up, this and that. But after it, we got shit off our chest, and then it was mad, bro. But yeah, I think that's what happened with us, and a lot of Queensland sides. I think when they play, they look at it a bit different, but they get a bit too emotional, bro. Where the boys, it's all by the book, you know. But I think a couple of Torres Strait sides beat some of the New South sides, eh?
Yeah, there's been a few times the Murray teams have won the Interstate Challenge between the knockout winners and the Murray Carnival winners.
But I still don't reckon it's like the proper, you know?
Yeah, you'd
It's
love
hard, the
to see
timing
team
of it.
against team, wouldn't
Yeah,
you?
you know what I mean? Like, you'd love to see, like...
We've all had to rake players in because everyone's busy at that time of
Or
year
they
when
don't
they
let
run
the
it.
Q Cup, or they don't let NRL play.
Yeah,
But the time of the year, though, because, January or anywhere between January and March, you're going to
What's the
find
ideal
it
time to
hard.
play the
The ideal
Koori
time to play is a week after the knockout. You just go bang, the 2 winners,
Yeah.
and then you play second and third can play. The 2 second players can play, just for the crowds there, and then the 2 winners, and that's the best of the best. You got
That'd
the
be
boys.
amazing.
And you just go bang, you know.
That would be.
And then because I know when we won it one year, we tried to put money up. Who Regan and all that played for? What are they called?
Redfern?
No,
Or South Coast?
South Coast. And when we won it, we were like, we'll start at yarns about, we got 30 here, you got 30 there, let's chuck it together and meet at Tweed and have a game next fortnight or something, you know?
Well, tell me this. Is Perga going to win this year?
Yeah, 100%.
So Perga are locked in. They're going to win the QMC.
Yeah. And if
A week later, they want the knockout winners.
Yeah,
You call them out?
I'll call them out.
Because we'll put it on.
I'll put, we'll throw 20. Like, if whatever we win, we're more than happy to chuck half of
Are
that.
you putting a wager up there too?
Yeah, well, you got to, because all the boys are going to come there.
Put your money where your mouth
That's
is.
what we'll say to the boys, you know, you want to be a part of it, let's go. Like, were we the best or not? Because it's not coming.
So, bro, not only is this man confident.
I'm not coming January and people are stealing all your players and you got to play against your own team.
So you got a gripe about something? Have you got a gripe you need to get off your chest?
No, I've got nothing to get off my chest.
But you know what? Not only is this man confident that he's going to win the Murray Carnival, he's throwing 30 grand of his prize money that he hasn't won already. He's throwing 30 grand of it up against the knockout winners that we haven't even decided
that's how it
yet.
should be done, I reckon. Like,
Well, I love it.
I like the confidence, bro.
Well,
I
you
hope
say-
there's someone down in New South Wales that wants to shut your mouth in a couple of weeks after the knockout that says,
yeah,
"Come on,
we've
boys,
got a couple of weeks
big
before
Roy
it if they want to do a little fundraiser.
I know we got a lot of people from the New South Wales Koori Knockout here that tune in, so they're all seeing what you're saying, and there's a lot of teams that are confident that they're going to win this year.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that everyone will want to crack at you.
And hopefully all the Queensland side are thinking the same way. So if they do win it and we don't, they think the same way because that's how you're going to get the best of the best.
Well, I'll put it out there now. If we win it, we'll happily play yous. We'll happily play yous a week
And
after.
George will take your
best of the
30 grand
best.
too. Look at him. You want the 30
We'll put 30 up too.
Nah, for real, bro. Like, it'd be mad just to get the proper players, you know?
I look forward to
And then,
this.
and then like, remember back in the day when you pick your sides
Yeah.
at school?
Yeah.
So you have one pick and then I have one pick. For players that have played both, you know what I mean?
We get first pick.
Didn't go back because I want to go back to who was your favourite Queensland players that have played in the knockout? Who's some of the good ones you've seen? Who's performed?
Benny
Benny Barber's
Barber's my little cousin. Yeah.
Nolly Underwood. I have to say too, they're from Walgett.
Yeah,
I've
they're
been
weapons.
impressed.
Benny Barber's probably the best knockout player I've ever been around
One
or
of the
played.
best footballers I've been around.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, little cuz Benny. But yeah, shout out to Benny Barbs. But probably, yeah, Benny.
Georgie Kepper.
Georgie Kepper, what a weapon.
Georgie.
I remember
He just named all Walgett players.
Huey Stanley
Huey
back in the
Stanley.
days.
Yeah,
He was
he's
one of the
alright.
first ones I saw play for Nambucca, come down there from Rocky. He was outstanding.
I'm trying to think who come
You know,
down
one of the
from-
first I remember Southwest Metro, and they used to get was it Jimmy Byra?
Jimmy Byra.
Jimmy
Yeah,
Byra.
Ray
Boyd
Byra,
Byra,
all that, all
yeah.
bad players.
Jimmy Byra was outstanding playing for them. And then
Whaleboat played for Minda back in the
Alfred
day.
Yeah, I
Whaleboat.
remember that was a big centre for Minda too.
Then Marpelli and that came and played there. Marpelli
Yeah.
more so. With,
But they're more the younger fellas, eh? But
Yeah.
like, I couldn't remember too many older fellas coming down.
I think Huey Stanley and that Nambucca crew were some of the first ones that I saw come down and play. And I remember at the Armidale knockout, I remember Neely Stanley and a couple of Sherberg boys come down and played for one of the Moree Shamrocks. I think Francis
Yeah.
Renoff was in that
Yeah,
team.
yeah.
Frano played in that Shamrocks team. They had a few Sherberg boys
And
down.
then there was Dingoes, eh? They rang
Yeah.
they rang some good.
Yeah.
Southern Dingoes.
They rang some good.
Wollumban used to come down.
Wollumban, yeah.
We had some of our greatest games against them.
Sammy
Yeah,
Tide
same as
obviously
us.
played with them 1 year when they won.
Thing up at Nui, the second.
Oh yeah,
Selwyn.
He was a gun too, eh?
Oh, Robbie up in New.
Oh, Robbie, that's it, not Selwyn.
Yeah.
Selwyn too.
Selwyn was the coach. Selwyn was the coach.
It doesn't matter. That's all right.
Robbie, he was a tough player.
Yeah, Robbie
up
was a
in
mad
New,
player. So,
Yeah, you know what? If I had to pick any players from up that way that come down and be able to mix it, and probably even their teams would be able to come down and mix it. You'd look at Sherberg, you'd look at Yarrabah, you'd look at probably anyone from that Mackay area. We've had so many good players come down from Mackay as well. I think I'd love to see them. I love the Yarry players. I love the Mackay boys too.
Charlie
I think
Murger and that, I would love to see them in
so
the
much
same
talent.
passion.
Same passion, yeah.
I remember Donald Malone was a standout in that Wollumban team
Yeah.
too. Jeez, he played good. I like watching him
He was unbelievable.
when he played. Yeah.
Yeah, we got beat by them at Leichhardt. No.
Chris
No, we
Sando,
got beat by Lapa.
Chrissy,
Gotta mention
Oh,
Chrissy.
yeah,
Chrissy.
you got to mention
I love
Chrissy.
Chrissy.
Winder River,
Always loved
Winder
Chrissy.
River when they
Yeah.
got him that year. Jeez,
He got lifted
they beat
too,
us in the
John,
semi, and then
true.
you beat them in the final.
He got lifted around too, eh? He got well to the knockout rule, dog.
You can't mention Chris Sando without Dennis
Dennis,
Sando. Yeah,
Dennis was unbelievable in that 09 knockout.
They beat us in the semi-final, and then Walgett beat them in the grand final. But Chris was, he was just toying with everyone. He was outstanding.
Yeah, it was a whole nother level, eh?
Yeah, some good Queensland players, and there'll probably be a few more this year coming down.
Yeah, but like I said, they got to do the knockout up there to prepare them.
Tough
They
'em
get
up.
here. 'Cause I see them year in, year out come down and they get to that certain level.
Yeah. It's intense, though.
Yeah, it's a
It's
different.
intense. There's a lot on the line in a knockout game.
It's different. Because up there you can play and you got all your mob behind you and you might be able to lose and everyone's still down here. It's different.
You
bro.
go down 2 tries early, it's only a 20-minute each way game.
I don't care
It's
who
very
you
hard
are.
to
I don't
call
care
back.
who you are.
Yeah.
Like you start panicking.
Yeah.
Start turning on each other.
It's fast football, at the start, and it's so exciting, knockout football. And that's what we love about it. It's going to be a crazy start, and it's a ride, and you just get in there and rip in and see try and hang on as long as you can, and hope that you get. And then even the last 5 or 10 minutes of a game, if it's close, everything hangs on a thread.
Yeah.
You can feel it. The drama's just going on a thread. Well, you don't get that at the Murray Carnival, and the results aren't as crazy. Like it's
Nothing against Americano. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's just a different kind of footy.
Yeah.
yeah.
Knockout footy is the only kind that exists. Now, Noy, we talked a little bit about before. You said that you'll take on the winner of the Koori Knockout a week after the Koori Knockout.
Yeah.
You said you'll take on absolutely anyone. Put 30 of your own up on the line. Tell me this. Who do you think are the top 3 teams to take it out this year at the Koori Knockout?
Obviously, Walgett. I'll just go for I don't know, Walgett, maybe more Evie, a little dark horse. Nab. I don't know about Yowies. They've proved a little bit more to me yet. I don't know.
You hear much about the War team?
Oh, War. They'll have a good team.
They got a few
Got the
Queensland
guns
Cup
and the
players.
boys.
Who have they got, bro? Who's some of the Queensland Cup players you're hearing are playing for them?
I know just last year they had, I think, they had Bailey Butler, I think, come down and play
Yeah,
with
Bailey played with them. He's front row.
them. Far out. I know Buddy G will be playing with them again. I don't know.
Braden Trindle's playing with
Yeah,
them.
Tricky will be there.
Tyrone
They'll have a
Roberts.
good side, the boys.
Tyrone Roberts is declared.
Yeah.
Blake Ferguson, is he going to be playing?
Benny
with
won't
them?
muck around. Benny Garnes, he'll make sure they're ready to rock and roll after losing last year.
It was a good knockout last year.
Loved it, didn't you, Georgie?
Loved it. I didn't expect to win. Honestly, didn't. When we saw our draw, I didn't think we'd go through.
It was a tough one. Tough old draw.
But I enjoyed it. Even the year before when we didn't win, I just enjoyed it. It was mad to be back playing knockout footy.
Lovely.
Yeah, that's what I loved about last year because I went down and I wasn't really helping out. No one just come down. I was just going to help out with Waterloo's young side. The next minute, the sisters just got me running out every Waterloo team, 13, 17, 15, every side we're playing against, they were coming out to my song. So I was just spinning out. So everyone
You
around
gotta tell us about this
all
song.
around the field, everyone was just banging my song, and I was like, "Hey, what a spin out, right? Little
But
kids
we've
are playing
got to talk
against me."
about that song because that's been another thing that's put the knockout and the Murray Carnival on the map everywhere. And I've seen World Cup Australia winning team singing your song
Yeah.
in the dressing sheds.
Bull right- the
all
bull-
NRL
Knowing
players.
it word for word, two-way.
NRL players know it everywhere. They all singing it. Kids everywhere singing
Hey,
it.
white fellas, black fellas.
How'd you come up with it? What
The white fellas at private schools coming up to me going,
what was the idea?
Jimmy
behind-
Tigers, you McGrady. I was like, but a nana. And I was like,
What made you think? Tell us about the yarn to make you. Who instigated? Who inspired you to think? I'll write a song about the knockout.
No, me and Butter Bucks were kicking back one night, and then he showed me a couple of beats and that, and then we're just talking about you fight him and I fight the next one in your community, you know, and then we're like, we've got to flip it to a positive flip, and then I was just like, I had this idea in my head for a while. I wanted to do knockout, you know. I wanted to do a knockout song, but I wanted to do the new South side. I need someone to do the Queensland side, you know, and represent it. Or I was just going to do it all together. And then because brother, he's been around all up Central Coast and knows all the players from up there. And I was just like, bro, I'll just go for all the brothers that I grew up around and played and idolised when we was young and what I thought knockout was about. So, yeah, and that's what kind of drove me to doing it.
Take us through some of the lines, bro, because I appreciate you gave me and Dennis the best line in the whole song.
Oh, yeah,
no heart, all heart, no quitters.
Me and you was having a yarn about this too, eh?
Yeah, and I asked you about it.
I asked you about it.
And I love your explanation for it
the reason
too.
that we said all heart, no quitters.
I said to him, where'd you get the all heart, no quitters line
Dennis
from?
Moore and Dean Witters. We got beat by them down in Tweed that year. And then we got beat. Then I was with Tumala. I was help coaching Tumala. And we had the boys down 20-something nil. And the boys come back and beat us. Yeah, and that's just always stuck in my head, like all heart, no quitters,
All heart,
you know?
no quitters.
No O'Neill, Dennis Moore, Dean Witters.
Hey,
Great
it
one.
is. I'll be honest, it's one of the best lines.
It is. I love the line, and then they love it up there too, bro. Because that's the way we feel about it. Is like we the comeback kings. Like we'll play to the death, and we got Walgett on the bell one year, come back from nowhere.
Yeah.
They had us beaten. Georgian had us done. Tumala definitely had us done that
Bro, I
year.
thought we had you, eh?
He's had us beat. Kempsey did the same thing that same knockout. They were 14 points up on us, and we come back right to the death and won that. So
Yeah, and that's
being able to produce it a
It was
few
freaky
times.
because it was up in Armadale, eh? And then you asked me, and I was like, bro, I've been waiting to sit down and have a yarn with you about that.
Some of the other lines, like how'd you come up with the place?
George wasn't happy about his line because he reckons I whispered his name, that's all.
You did whisper it. Play it back.
It's George.
So tell me the reason for that. How come you yelled his name out real loud and you whispered mine?
Like, this kickback styles, you know? Like, it's like, you know. No, but yeah.
No, I'm not feeling the love.
No, but I've got a couple other songs George is in, man, you know?
Hey.
So it's just a little warm-up, just give him a little taste.
I think the other one that's so catchy for me that, and I can't even say his name in any other way now, and that's how it's done. Cody Walker, Bunjalung. Whenever you say his name, I'm always like, yeah,
Bro, we had
Cody
little kids at school, and they were like, oh, bro, where's your tribe? And he'll go, oh, Cody walk on Bunjalung. I remember that drive, little one.
Walker Bunjalung.
Yeah, that's like Cody. That's like that. Cody Walker. That's how I remember. And I was like, hey, what the hell? Spinning out off that, but yeah, bro. Spinning out, went everywhere for that song. Been all over the place now.
Did you think it'd blow up the way that it has?
I don't know, because I just, when I get songs, I'll just send them to the brothers, like on WhatsApp and that. And the boys just kept saying to me, bro, you need to get this song out. You need to get it out, But then when it finally come out, no film clip, nothing.
Yeah, I can't believe that. How have we not shot a film clip
Like
for it?
8 million things, streams all over now.
Without a video?
With no film clip, nothing.
That's got to be on the to-do list too.
It'd be mad
you have to remix
a
it.
video will make that.
You'd say my name out loud on the remix, maybe.
Yeah. But yeah.
Not whisper it.
We've been talking to some of the boys.
Hey, brush me.
You don't want to talk about this whispering of the name.
No, but yeah, that was, Freaky Out just blew up and all the brothers got onto it. And like I said, all different races.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, when you're down and out, just on your own line, in life. It could be women, single mothers, brothers on the gear, anything, or whatever. Just give me the ball, run it up.
It's mad. That's
Yeah,
mad.
just pass there, bro. I'll just run the ball up. I'll run it up for my mother or run it up for my little brothers. We're down and out on our own line. Some lads go hiding, And that one there is just for people that, women and men.
The line's not doing it for me, I'm doing it for all of us.
Yeah.
I love that, because
I
that's
love
what
it,
knockout
yeah.
football's
Yeah, that's
about.
what I know what knockout's
100%,
about,
yeah.
That's the biggest part of it,
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, I got a shame on that question, but nah.
Nah, but it's mad. It's mad.
It's good to get the story behind the song sometimes. And what did you do? You just sat down and just started thinking footy and writing notes?
I
And
don't write songs.
you just started rapping it, whatever
all
you
my
could.
songs in my head. So.
Yeah. Started
Can't
bringing
lose
it
it
out,
then,
thinking of the teams.
Yeah, just lay down at night, try and think of all the teams, but then
Get up, start singing it straight away,
but then
record
you get turned
yourself.
on because the song's not long enough, So Brother L wasn't happy, Fox wasn't happy,
Run me through
Harper
it.
wasn't happy,
Who's turned on you?
Because there's a line out. Albie Kelly be filthy.
Ricky wasn't happy, AK wasn't happy. You know what I mean? Like a lot of brothers weren't happy.
Josh Addo-Carr.
Yeah, it's like good, but I said we're doing.
But then you got Redfern, Nathan Merritt and Wes Patton. You got
You
two
know.
of the big knockout players
No,
there.
some of us say, what am I supposed to say? Blah blah, then say 10 different sides. I'm just talking about people that stay with the same side. Can't name 10 different sides,
That's true.
There's probably a message in there for some of the boys.
I'm just grateful that I got mentioned in there, just softly.
Anyone make it close, brother, that you wanted to try and get them in there? And
No, I
get me?
want to do another one for the younger brothers that are coming through,
yes.
And I was like, probably the Emus, brothers from the Emus. They're like, why didn't you put out?
They got to win the knockout first. They got to
I
come for a
said, I
win.
didn't put yours in there because you beat us down thing. Nah. I only put sides in that haven't beat us. Nah. Yeah.
Was there anyone who deserved to be in there, but you just couldn't find nothing to rhyme with them?
No, I've probably I grew up watching Lapa there, and probably Graham Lyons and that. Like I felt a bit bad, like not having a little Lapa thing in there. But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, that was probably the thing, the baddest one. Like because like you said, bro, they're around all the time, eh?
They
They've
go
always
well.
been.
Yeah.
As much as I don't like,
You don't like them.
you know what I mean? I don't like them, but like when you play footy, you don't like Lapa.
Yeah.
Especially like Redfern, Waterloo way.
Yeah, right. So is that we're actually talking before? Like,
Yes.
I wonder who the rivalry is for.
Who's
for you.
Waterloo's rival? Because is it Redfern or is it, because the Redfern rivalry with Lapa that's the one they look forward to.
No, our one is. I don't think we beat NAB.
A bit of rivalry with NAB,
Yeah,
eh?
every time like we've busted Moree, we've busted Walgett, But when it's come to NAB, I don't think we've ever beat them. And that's just the one that I think the boys need to get off there if they want to win one. They knock
that's-
that off first.
That's the one they got to get over, the NAB.
So yeah.
So he's played them a few times. Had a few fiery games, or was it
Yeah.
just a competitive rivalry?
I don't know what it is. It just
Has Redfern ever played Waterloo? That's what I'd like to know, because
Yeah,
I'd love to see.
one year.
Wes and Chock when they went up
one year
against each
we
other.
fingering Alf Duncan scored down the sideline.
That's right. I remember that.
Yeah,
And
against us.
That was a good rivalry game.
Yeah,
There was a lot of.
game.
There was a bit
That's
of.
when they've come back. Remember? And they
bit
done
of
the big
hatred, a bit of
protest.
anger in that game. There was a bit of.
4-0.
Yeah, that's right. It was.
Henderson Oval.
was one of the great games.
Yeah.
Marrickville.
Chock
Yeah.
Mundine.
Even
Chock
Cliffy
made the
played.
break and Wes
I
Patton
think
chased
Cliffy
him
played.
down. And I remember when Chock made that break and Wes turned to chase him, there was no way in the world Wes was going to let
Wes-
Chock score that try. He chased him with everything he had.
Wes is probably one of the best knockout players ever go
He
down.
was that determined because I remember leading into that knockout, Waterloo had taken all their players. Remember we talked about this and Wes was filthy with Waterloo and that was a good rivalry there.
Yeah.
But yeah, there hasn't been Redfern versus Waterloo too many
And that
times.
would have been to win the game too, eh?
Yeah, that was
kept
the
going.
if Chock scores that, they win. Yeah.
Yeah, Alf Duncan.
What a game.
What a guy.
Alf Duncan, what a player.
I seen him up in Moree about probably 4 or 5 months ago, and I was having a yarn about it, and he just laughing up.
He could come up with some moments, Alfie Duncan.
Mad dancer too.
Played with him
they
since
reckon.
I was a kid, and he could come up with something special on the football field.
Oh,
Amazing play.
unbelievable.
Real typical, like a Moree type player. Just
Yeah.
come up with something brilliant that you just didn't expect.
Yeah.
And speed.
I'm excited to see what comes from them. What comes from
Muns.
Moree, yeah.
Yeah,
They got some young guys there around some really
We've got to get them on
talented
here and
players.
talk. So now we've got plans to get
Yeah,
them.
we've got to get
James Munro's
Muns.
boy, and then
Lindsay.
He's out of Greg's, eh?
Lindsay, young Lindsay.
Young Lindsay. What's his name?
They'll have to fight Dennis to get Lindsay because Dennis.
Oh yeah, 'cause
The
both
other
sides,
side,
eh,
his
and the
mother's
mum's-
side's from Armidale.
Little
Dennis
thing
takes
name.
Lindsay with him all the time.
There's a couple of good little Moree lads, coming through, What's Nova's boy's name?
Well, I suppose it's similar too
Thing
with
Munro?
Andy's boy,
Oh, is that?
with Pom's boy.
Yes.
Moree or Waterloo.
Two boys Pommy's got, Waterloo
Yeah.
and Moree.
I think he
with Chase
played
Wood.
already with Waterloo
Yeah,
a couple of years ago.
yeah, right.
They're
And then
passionate.
He played 2
about
years
the
ago with
ranks.
Moree, Waterloo, and I think he played last year with
And
Moree.
it shows too, like Pom growing up, like myself growing up. I was Armidale. I lived in Armidale. Both parents, all family from Armidale. And then my son, he's got Narandra and Wiradjuri connections. He's got Bunjalung connections. He grew up in Redfern, and he's got Armidale too. So he's got 5 different choices to play for.
Yeah.
It just shows that these days, these kids, they got way more connections. When people are saying, you got to play for your hometown, you got to play for your home, or you got to play for your mob, well, look at my son. How does he answer the question? He got 5
My
different
boys are
mobs.
basketball players, but
Yeah.
the game that he did play, he had to play with Toomla, standard procedure.
Well, no disrespect.
But the youngest fella played David for Yallies.
Oh, my son won't be playing for Condo, Sandhill, Goannas or Gilgandra, Gugas. He won't be playing for no one. He'll be playing for WAC.
You're stating it right
You're
here now.
staying
Look
in
at
that
you
red
stating
and
it
white,
now.
boy. Gilgandra ain't getting you. You mentioned before about Alf Duncan's dance moves. Now,
Oh, no, I don't know about them.
You've gone from being the QMC King coach to now you're the Afterparty chief microphone rocker. Tell us.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about your Afterparty. Actually, I've got to be careful with this one. I was going to say tell us about your Afterparty stories, but maybe not. Maybe we should steer clear of this one because Dino might come undone here.
No, it's
I'm an open book, George. I'm an open book.
we don't judge.
I enjoy the
no one
after party. I enjoy the after
jump on
party.
stage, but like
I was there last year. I'll be there this year.
Jump up. I know this fella was going to jump up. I know.
Bring that mic up there.
Tricky's not even on the song, and he jumped up singing it.
Oh,
on stage.
yeah.
Yeah. Cody, Jimmy the Jet.
You got to get Cody up for that
No,
line,
I've
don't you?
had Cody up, man.
Yeah.
And then Jimmy the Jet. And when they're not there, like Jimmy the Jet wasn't there, so I just changed it to Michael Roberts,
Yeah.
And Mickey Roberts is up there. Yeah.
So what happens there? You just mix it all up every time. Whoever you see, you've had a couple of little live remixes for the whoever's in the crowd.
Whoever's there at the start, so say I'm doing it in Bunjalung country, I'll just start the song off with Cody Walker, Bunjalung.
Mad.
And I just keep going and just a cappella,
Yeah.
And then bang, straight into the song, and then I just all going, come on, we're over it.
That's mad.
You did that in Armidale too. You got
Yeah.
the crowd pumped with it there.
Yeah, just started off with views, and then they was,
Did you bring Dino up for that one?
he was
No, he
there,
left me sitting
he
in
was
the
down
corner.
the side there.
Left me sitting in the corner. He did. Watched him from the side.
Yeah, I still owe Dino from that one. He's like, bro, I'll stay with you, make sure I get home in the morning. Back to the somewhere. And I was like, in the morning, I seen the phone call. I was like, sorry, my bro. Should have got you there.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, bro.
Let me
So
down there.
what are we going to do? We're going to get you on stage this year?
Yeah, I'd love to come down. I think I'm doing something in. I'm doing something the day before, 2 days before, in I think Wellington and then Dubbo. Like I'm going down, do some stuff with some kids down there, and then straight to the knockout. So it'd be mad to get down there and pump it up.
For a night after party.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of good entertainment. Like the football's always huge, right? It's spectacular, and this year's the knockout. The plans I'm in for the knockout this year, it's going next level. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to love it. But then the nightlife, you know, you got fellas like this performing. There's always a good vibe. Everyone has a good time. They all behave themselves. They all come together, and it's more of a celebration than just the footy, isn't
And
it?
I haven't been to like a gig where the boys put on, like No Limit, Wogle Brothers put on, that it's ever been not that, what you're saying, you know? Everything that I ever go to, man, it's always next level. It's always mad vibes. Never see anyone going on. It's always, you know, everyone's styling up, everyone's looking good, everyone's being proud, eh? So.
Well, one thing I think for us is that we've grown up on the knockout, absolutely loving the knockout. The knockout has been a big part of our identity and, you know, what we care about, what we value. And I think that's one thing that we want to be able to try and show this year is how much the knockout means to us and how much we want everyone to enjoy it too. Because same as when we do the boxing, if I'm not enjoying the night, then it's shit. You know, I won't be happy with what we've done. So I make sure that everything that we do it to be a mad night, and that's what I want it to be for the knockout too. Is that everything that we do
it's taken
is so
to that
that
next level.
everybody loves it and enjoys themselves. You can't keep everyone happy because end of the day, you got 63 teams there that are going to lose. So you know you might have people that are unhappy about that, but whatever we can do across the park to make sure that everybody enjoys themselves while they're there, on the field, off the field, after parties, whatever it is, we want to make it a good experience.
So someone asked me the other day about, you know, what's George and his brothers and everything they're doing, and No Limit, how's it all going? I said, bro, the simple explanation is there's no limit to what they can do
there isn't, bro.
or what they try and do. I said,
And the brothers just keep evolving, you know?
You think about this, I said, George and Matt and Trenny had a dream of taking Bow Wow to Walgett.
I was there
to
too.
perform in Walgett, like taking Bow Wow, a superstar around the world, to Walgett to perform, and they made it happen. And it just shows by the boys. Don't think of there's nothing impossible. Nothing impossible for what you think, and that's why I'm glad. Like, and I know how much how passionate this fella and his brothers are about the knockout. And I know it's going to take it to the next level, and it's only good for all of our mob when we see our own mob taking our own events to the next level and saying to the rest of us, you can do this too. You can get in here and run stuff like this, and let's enjoy this. Let's have the
main thing that makes you so proud, eh? Seeing other black fellas do good and not having little mismanagers come over the top and tell them what to do or whatever. You know, just seeing the brothers and making it in both worlds. Like the brothers just going so well that the whole of Australia is looking, not just black fellas too. You know,
always seen some of their events international. You know, some of the stuff that they're doing overseas, to bring that back now and run it for our mob. Like this is. You know, since you've had the boxing events and the level they're at, this is your first time coming back to hosting a knockout. And you know, this is going to be special. It's going to be really special.
The boys are going to do it on, like, yeah, I'm excited. And
get behind it, eh, bro? Like that's what you're doing. You're coming there to perform and do it. Like, just get behind it all.
Excellence, black excellence. This is what we want. This is what we want our kids. This is what we want our kids to strive to do. You know, we talk a lot about, you know, transgenerational trauma and stuff. That's the answer to all that is the transgenerational wealth, you know. That's the healing, and this is just the stuff the boys are doing, and that's transgenerational wealth. Right?
That's what I love to be able to come together too, the way that we do. You know, you got everyone working together, building each other up, no matter what the field is, whether it's music, whether it's the NRL, whether it's what we're doing. Seeing everyone doing good and supporting each other is. Bro, it just makes you feel good.
That's the healing, bro. That's the healing.
I was at the awards night at the NRL the other night. Dino emceed this whole awards night himself. I had no had very, very little support and like
funny
anything to go with
coming
him. But he carried this night himself. He carried the night himself. And just sitting back and just watching that and enjoying it was unbelievable. And then you see there's a lot of young kids in the NRL that are doing really good things off the field too. They're all, whether it's through education or entrepreneurship, all of that stuff they're doing.
You got the young players.
It's just showing our next generation, like, look, we've come here, now you can take it to the next level, and your kids can take it to the next level. Like, that's what I see, bro. Like,
But the hard work.
I get emotional about it, bro, when I see
The hard work, like both you put a lot of hard work into creating a song. It don't happen just because you sit down and think of a few lines. There's a lot of hard work that goes into it. Same as you, bro. You went and studied and went to university. There's a lot of hard work that goes into it. You don't just make... And that's the message for our young ones.
100%.
Put the hard work in, and... Get the right people around you.
Get the right people around you, 100%.
Dream big. No limit to your dreaming. I love it. I love
but
it.
being, and I think that's a really important one too. Is get around people.
Exactly.
Work together. Watch people.
Don't be haters anymore.
Because our little crew, bro, it's got brothers from everywhere,
100%.
But when we see each other, like, Abe, Wop, me, these brothers, me, a couple of boys, when we all see each other, it's just
family.
Pump, bro. Like, you just feel it fills your cup up.
You feel that energy.
Yeah, we're out doing our own thing, but when we're all together, all of us all from different little places. But when we come together, it just fills our cup up, and we go back and do what we got to do. Then, bro.
100%. Now
that's what you're creating with that Purga team too, bro. Is affecting those young boys and that are all coming through about success and chase your dreams and you guys doing it with the young boys.
First Nation Warriors stuff, with the young fellas from the First Nation Warriors. Because we had a couple of suicides and that around athletes and that.
You travelled to Thailand.
Yeah, twice.
Tell us a little bit about that, because that's pretty cool. Like, we don't see, it's not often you see blackfellas taking a team across the globe to represent in a... Yeah, tell us what you did there.
I just had a couple of people really close to me, like a brother and some people real close to me. They were athletes that got affected by suicide. Well, I was affected by it, but had suicide. And to me, it was like, I've got to start teaching our young athletes about having cultural coping mechanisms, how to be met, because they're physically strong. But the little black fellas come from an area, if they got a six-pack in a contract, no one, he's right, he's down at school, he's right, he's playing NRL, whatever, but they don't understand that they're going through as much mental thing as the little Mughal fellas that they're trying to look after out in the mish or in the houses, So that's the reason why I made that, so then I can bring people together, bring young fellas together, give them a safe space where they can talk about their problems, but also know how to deal with their problems. Don't just open the wounds up. Like, actually sit down and talk to them about, bro, what are you going through? Because there's 20 other brothers going through the same thing, and then they all stay on the same line together and feed off each other. And that's the reason why we started that over there, and it just got bigger and bigger. I think we took 20 the first year, and last year we took 50.
How'd you go over there?
We won the first year, then we lost the grand final and lost the semi. So, but it's just a mad experience of taking and we had young fellas coming from Warrabinda that never even been on a plane before, and they jumped on a plane from Rocky to Brisbane, Brisbane to Sydney, Sydney to Singapore, Singapore to Thailand, so, but you know what I mean. Like, and now they know they can go. I might go over Bali when we finish grade 12, or I might go over New Zealand, whatever, And it's just mad seeing, opening their eyes to what they can do.
Now, the best thing you can do whenever you're going through depression is get connected, right? To culture, to people, to help support, to professional support.
A lot of people don't know how much these young athletes go through, bro, how much pressure, especially with all the social media and all that stuff.
Young kids and intergenerational trauma, the trauma that's in our communities, it's hard. And that's another beauty about this knockout is, knockout's all about connection. It's about connecting you to your team, your mob, your family, but then connecting to people that you haven't seen for a long time, connecting to new people. That's the beauty of this event.
The other times we're coming together for funerals and stuff, And now we're coming together for something good and something that you're proud of. You might not see your mob for the whole year, but you'll go to knockout, grab your little shirt and rep your mob, Let your sons and that know who their family are. They all catch up. Hey.
You're talking about filling your cup up when you're around the boys and around well, the knockout's like filling the cup up with a big, filling the jug up for the rest of the year. And I bet a lot of our mob, we don't really, we talk about the football and the experiences and the fun.
Yeah, but
the healing at that knockout.
Everyone coming together, and through a positive thing.
Yeah.
For the love of sport and for the love of culture and for the love of, like a big corroboree coming together, everyone showing off, being proud of what they are and where they're from.
Because as much as we talk about rivalries, we also mentioned there before, like, it's about supporting someone else. You're always looking for someone else to support. Once you're gone, you sit around and you pick who I'm going to support, and it could be absolutely anyone. It could be...
Bro, I was even going for Wildwood last year in the final. Well, that's how far, like, you just get behind people who, you know what I mean? Like, you see them, and we all do. There's someone you want to see win it, and it does. You know, a team's made a special effort, and they're digging deep, or they're playing for a special reason.
Or one of your nephews are playing for them, or
someone's
whatever.
playing for them, and Jaden was playing with you fellas last year.
Yeah,
and I thought, I'll get behind Jaden.
Yeah, you know what I
so.
mean? So,
Well, Jaden plays with you too, eh?
yeah.
Except for when Koori Murray. It's a sore point for him. I don't want to bring it up.
Why do you do?
No, we sorted that out. Hey, I reckon one of the most exciting things that's come from this yarn today is Big Noy putting it all on the line for the week
wager.
after the knockout. QMC versus Koori Knockout.
What?
Play it while they're there.
And
Play
if we
it while
don't
they're
win
fresh.
it, and you don't win it, at least it's out there now, and other people can go and do it and
Yeah.
say,
We're going to take it up.
let's
Hey,
do it,
that's
man.
when you put that energy out there, something's going
And
to
it's
happen.
the power of the people, right? Like everyone sort of dictates that Koori Murray game or when it's held and stuff like that. Where this is the power of the people, the boys, our people are deciding. No, we want it then. It fits then. We're going to put it on then, and our two teams are going to make sure we beat or whatever it is. You know, like
Yeah, you know.
that's
Well, you
what-
may as well do it like one of them movies, like Stomp the Yard or something like that. There, bring your crew down to, to
Meet 'em at the grand final
As soon as the
presentation.
grand final's done, call them out. Say see you tomorrow morning.
we get a
See you
name
tomorrow morning.
He can't fight everyone.
This reminds me of the boxing, when you're winning and someone walks straight in. He come Big Noy coming straight in to challenge
Walk
him.
out there with his team.
When NITV's there talking, I'll jump straight in here. We'll have a crack here next week.
Put your money. Here's my 30 grand. Here's my 30 grand.
my
Where'd you
30.
put your money where your mouth is?
Bro, I like it. And I know if anyone's got the energy to do it, it's Big Noise.
No, I'd love to do it, bro.
Love it.
Queensland
can't-
knockout coming soon.
Take it next level, boys. Take it next level.
That's it. Take it to the next level, eh?
Take everything to the next
100%,
level.
bro.
You got any more mad yarns to share with us, or are you going to save a few for next time?
Yeah, nah. I don't know. Just mad having a yarn about the other side of the stuff. Of
Yeah,
the
100%.
stuff that we're passionate about.
Right, who's your three favourite knockout players that you've had over time? Who's the three that, if you had to pick a side to go there to win, who's the three you're definitely taking?
Probably just halves, backs.
Any
You pick
position?
anyone.
Who's the three that you're putting in your team? The
Any
first
era.
three names that you're picking, and why?
I'll just run probably just Wes, Panda, Walks.
Wes, Panda, and Walks. Geez, Andrew Walker, Ewan McGrady, Wes Patton.
Yeah.
Three good ones there. Take us through, bro. What is it about them? Because you've spent some time with Panda.
Yeah, and Wes and Walks.
Yeah.
Probably that's why I pick them.
Why are they so brilliant, bro? What are they like as leaders in between the games? And
I just remember when I played with the boys, you didn't have to do nothing. It was just you run, you just do your job, get up, run the ball. They'll give it to you, you know what I mean? And then you didn't have to think about nothing. You just run your lines or play your games, and then just leading, not even sometimes not even talking, just leading. And some of the brothers Wes only little, but you see him going like a monster, and everyone's just wow, this lad.
he's ready to go. against
Yeah,
anyone.
and then you're ready to go, eh? And then Walks, because Walks is just so much of a superstar, but always come back to the knockouts and always played both dual international.
Killed it both.
Yeah,
Murray
man.
Carnival, Koori Knockout. But talk to us about Panda and what he's like. What are them young McGrady boys? How do they look up to him? Because we all love him. We all watched him play.
Yeah,
but he's now the coach. He's sort of like the mentor to him.
I was out there with him last week, Panda and Rick, so it was mad to see him, but just such a humble lad, that holds so much. I don't know what his power holds so much thing for out there, but he's just so humble about it all. He doesn't go around saying, I've done this, I've done that. Everyone, I don't know, just with that stuff there, man, you can't teach that or you can't coach that, or it's just a real humble fellow and just goes about his business,
Does he fire them up? Do they get fired up? Are they aggressive in the talk before the games?
No, all the times I've been there, the boys are kick back. They're real kick back fellas.
But that's their style of play,
Yeah,
though,
they want
Because
to
I couldn't imagine him, like
Nah.
even Rick's got a bit of
Rick will whack you.
fire up, and he's aggressive player. But they all got that
they're
nature.
More flashy, bro. They're flashy,
and they got a quite relaxed nature. And I always think, do they get in a shed and rant and rave, or they just sit there nice and chilled, and then come out and they just produce magic on the field?
Yeah, the brilliant footballers from out there.
Because it is absolute magic, eh?
I took Willie G out there one year and played with him that year when you beat us, and he said the same. He's like, you never seen footy players like it. You know, he played all over the world, played sevens. He's like, oh, these fellas, something out of here, man.
I tell you what, they could be the Australian Rugby Sevens side too.
Imagine more McGrady's in that Rugby Sevens team.
And then the other one that you mentioned, Andrew Walker, the thing that blows my mind about him is that you still go in circles. Like I know we had a Roosters reunion the other week, and you're around them circles, and when you got people like Gus Gould, who's one of the most respected minds in rugby league, talking about Andrew Walker being the most amazing kicker of the ball that he's ever seen. Nobody's kicked the ball like him.
I reckon that he taught Brad Fittler, eh?
Yeah, he could do absolutely anything. The way that they talk about him, even still now, like 20 years after he was at the top, it's amazing to know that that's the impact that he's had on.
I got a good Andrew Walker story, actually. When I was a young fella, come down the Roosters, and we got told that you weren't allowed. He wasn't allowed to go out, and he wasn't allowed to have a drink for the pre-season. And we got told that if you were with him, you'd get sacked too. Hey. So I was a young player, me and PJ Ellis, and me and PJ were going to the State Cup Touch one weekend, so weekend off, and he jumps in the car with us, bro, and he's already got a couple of beers before the trip. He's Andrew Walker. Bro, and I'm driving the whole way thinking, I'm getting sacked. I'm only 18, I'm going to get sacked, and my dad's going to kill me when I get sent home. And anyway, we go up there, and Unc has the best weekend of his life. He's out all weekend. We come back on the Sunday night, and he's still keeping the party going, bro, having a few drinks in the car on the way home. And then we drop him at Redfern, and we get back about 11 o'clock at night, and we got training, bro, next morning at 7 o'clock at the Roosters. And I was just thinking, when I dropped him off, I remember when he got out of the car, because we're trying to get rid of him. He got out of the car, and I looked at PJ and I said, bro, we're going to get sacked tomorrow, man. We're going to get in so much trouble. I said, he won't be at training, like he's going partying. And I said, and they're going to look into where he was, and everyone's going to tell him that he was with us up there. Right, next when we drive into train, and we're tired from the big trip and that, and we walk into train, and who's out on the field, standing there kicking the ball around, all smiles, all happy, Andrew Walker, and bro, we got flogged. I think it was like the Roosters when they were starting to do like hundreds and all that sort of session. And bro, I reckon whenever you did a fitness drill, if there was 100 runs, he would win 80 of them against Luke Ricketson, against all these fit people, and Andrew Walker would just run out in front of everyone and beat him, and he did that day after a big weekend where he's doing all that stuff. And I was sort of like freaking out on him how good he was, but I was also thinking, thank God, because if he didn't turn up, I knew my little football career was down the drain before it finished. Started.
What a freak, Andrew Walker, eh?
He could do anything. Did
he win that many knockouts yet?
Oh, I don't know.
He was with Lapa one year when I think they won up at Redfern Oval. But no, he didn't win many knockouts down here. I know he played in a good Narendra side with Wes one year out at Moree. They got beat. They had Blacklock. They had,
Actually, that was one of the coolest sides that I ever seen come together, eh? They were absolute superstars.
They had a gun side.
Cliffy Lyons there too?
Cliffy Lyons. They were about 12 NRL players in the Narendra side out at Moree.
And did they lose first game?
Yeah, Redfern.
Actually, Matt and Tom told a good...
Redfern beat them.
They were there then,
Redfern beat them.
Yeah.
John Boy Carr. Outperformed them all. Shane Phillips, they beat Narendra back in the days, and they had a rivalry, Narendra and Redfern, all sort of from the same community. But yeah, he was a gun player, Andrew Walker, and some South Coast sides, he sort of led them around for a fair few years there. But Lapa was his other team he'd play with.
So what can we see coming on the music front from you? Is there a remix in the works? We're ready for are we going to have anything before the knockout?
Yeah, we got I got a festival up in... First festival I'm running up in Sunny Coast with boys from 046 and Hooligan Hefts and Lissy, Brother Mays. That's on the 7th. I've got a new album coming out, me and Brother DC, called Black Caviar.
Man.
So that should be coming out soon, a different kind of vibe.
Is that song on there? That Mad Dog? Is it on there?
She love me, love me, love me.
Is George on it? Is he singing on it, George? You got a singing voice there.
No, but yeah, so that's coming out soon. So exciting times.
Mad.
Can't wait.
No, we look forward to it. We love what you're doing. Love the energy that you're bringing to the knockout, to blackfellas in general, and can't wait to see what lies around the corner. Good luck this year at the QMC. I really do hope Perga win because I love what you put on the table. I love to see him walk out onto that field on Monday down at the knockout with his Perga boys behind him and call out the winners.
30 grand. That's what I'm looking forward to.
With 30 cash hanging out the pocket, gold chains around the neck.
Things will be a bit different, a week after. Wait around taking players.
But thanks for joining us and sharing some good yarns.
It's an honour to be here and honour to be with you. Just come down here and have this yarn. And from my heart, thank you too.
We love you. We love you. Stay tuned for more Koori Knockout podcast coming very soon.